All right, everybody, welcome to, or for the veterans, welcome back to the podcast formerly known as Podcast. That's in the works right now, but we're gonna ride the vibe for now. I'm with my two lovely friends, Alejandro and Ryan. Say hi,
Hey,
guys.
that's me.
Up, guys? How's it going?
All right, you'll remember those two if you know you're those who know, I
If you
guess.
know,
I don't
you
know.
know.
Okay, so ready to jump right into it. What the fuck have we been doing for like the past 5 years? Last episode dropped, what, November 2020? It's 2025 right now. What the fuck's been going on?
Much. I didn't know. Found a true love for depression and drinking.
Boo.
Man, I've been
Lame.
looking at the past 5 years. I don't, I don't even know. I'm in college now.
No,
That's
I think we should. I
different.
think we should. You should look back on some of our greatest achievements.
Y'all remember that one
Um.
time we had the secret episode that got deleted because it was so bad?
Oh, the lost media.
Yeah, unreleased. Kanye. All right, Hanjo, what were you saying?
Yeah.
If we want to talk about the highlights, I mean, got into a relationship, then it ended, and then I had the 2 year villain arc. Now we back up.
Yeah, that did
Um.
happen.
Wasted so much money on vacations we thought would cost us no more than $500, like a bunch of fucking idiots.
That's for sure.
Started college, got pneumonia. So a lot of fun stuff.
Just the highlights, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
the highlight.
Yeah, it's finished high school, got into college. You had the head start on me with the drinking bullshit. Now I do it. I guess
I
I
mean, I
got
was
I
an
got plenty of
overachiever.
stories. I know. I guess so. I was, nice guys finish last. I guess, but um,
Okay, so where's the nice guy?
Oh.
okay. Let's talk after this, huh? I know we just started, but we're doing this right now. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Just been chilling in college. I'm about to be fucking done. That's crazy. I'm about to be out of that shit.
No, no, I think it's crazy like how much time it's actually been since high school. Like all the bullshit that we did in high school and that compared to all the bullshit we do now.
Shit was on easy mode.
It was. And I don't know, so much has changed. Like I was talking to my siblings earlier today, and do you know that like everyone just talks in brain rot now?
It's so prevalent. I mean, okay, I'm guilty of this myself.
Shit's awesome.
Y'all
You
were the
said
ones
those
who
who know
introduced it.
earlier. I was just thinking about
I'll
like
never forget
still
when y'all
water.
y'all started it with that fucking what was that video? The one of like the drummer movie or whatever.
Oh,
Whiplash?
Whiplash with the fucking
Why do you
Yes.
suppose I
yeah,
just gooned in your cave,
yeah.
human?
Yeah.
That's so good.
That's such a good video.
So
And
you
then
do
it
Legend
never got
Ohio.
better.
So fucking stupid.
No,
It's
my
just
siblings completely talk in brain rot.
as they
It's
should.
it's crazy. Like I just came home for the first time in like 3 weeks, and the first thing my sister asked me is if I had any huzz, and
No.
I was like, "What?" And then my other sister goes, "He's like, what do you mean? He's had the huzz, or he's had the vuzz." And I'm like, "What the fuck is
The
the vuzz?"
fuzz.
She's like it's the your girlfriend's name plus huzz. So then I texted her and I was like, "Hey, you know your nickname is Vuz?" And she's like, "What's Vuz?" And I was like, "It's Huz plus your name." And she's like, "What does Huz mean?" And I was like, "Huz is like when you're like, where the hoes at?" And she's like, "Did you just call me a fucking hoe?" And I'm like, "What?" I
I think
was
you
like, "No,
did.
Yeah. What the
I
hell,
did
Hanjo? What's
not."
wrong with you, man?
I
Okay,
don't know the
okay.
fucking word.
So you had
I,
to explain what fuzz
I had
means to your own girlfriend?
I actually went on TikTok and found an educational video on what Huzz was taught by a middle school elementary teacher.
No,
Bro,
a middle school elementary teacher?
a middle school teacher, like English teacher.
Oh.
Okay, I might be rolling the dice on this one. Speaking of Huz and younger siblings, I went to a grocery store yesterday, and uh, I was feeling myself. I was strutting out, and I see these fucking Girl Scouts. So I go over to buy a box of Thin Mints, and that shit was $6.
They're crazy now.
I remember when that
But
shit
they've
was
been
like $4.
$6 for a while.
It used to
Since
be
when?
350. 350.
They were never 350.
They were, and then brought them up to 4, and then 5, and now 6.
I just remember when it was 4.
You sound actively upset about this,
It's
Ryan.
fucking awful.
I am, because I'm not spending $6 on a box of peppermint patties. Not peppermint. Fuck
You
the
mean
the.
Thin Mints? You
Thin Mints?
fucking
No, I
idiot.
was thinking about the peanut butter patties, but
Why
Butter
I got it
getting except Thin Mints?
confused.
All right, guys, let's break the awkwardness. Can we just be racist, please? Like,
What?
This better be another
No.
unreleased episode. All right, good one, Hondro. Um, so as we mentioned, it's been what 5 years since we last
5
blessed
years.
the world with some of our content. At least the
yeah, I
ones I
think when we
saw.
started, we had all just turned 16, right?
Yeah, look at us now. We're adults. Fucking 21.
Big 2-1.
That's right.
Yeah, that's great. Now I can like feed my addiction, but legally.
I don't even like it anymore. It's kind of corny now.
That is the biggest cap
No,
I've ever
see,
heard.
I had the opposite reaction where like because you can go out to drink now.
It's just a hassle. I already got too much stuff to do. It was fun when it was bad.
It's not. I feel like what we used to do is way more of a hassle.
Yeah, you gotta
Like
like
you have to call
find
up
some
so many
plug and then
people, and then you had the upcharge was always crazy.
oh my God.
Y'all just don't have friends. You have to pay the fucking upcharge.
Like shit's already expensive.
And that was for, yeah, that was for everything. I mean, like honestly, I don't remember how we got a half hour hand. I mean, I remember I got us most of the stuff because my coworkers were older.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The amount of times I snuck like a twisted tea out the back of my job in a giant duffel bag.
Like a man. That's some manly shit right there.
But you know what? I mean, we've had some great adventures with that. I think one of the most notable was our friend Jaden's return home from the military
Yeah,
for Christmas.
that was memorable, I guess is the right word. But yeah.
So, for context, so our friend Jaden stupidly joined the army because that was his last hope.
Hey, hold up. He was a podcast alum. We gotta credit where credit's due. It's in episodes like
And
Halloween special and
We can't
conspiracy
forget where we came
theories.
from.
Exactly.
I mean, he did kind of
he kind of forgot where he came from.
he
Kanye.
he kind of ruined the. Anyways, carry on.
Yeah, the party, the return party.
Oh, so Jaden finally graduated from fat camp and came home for the holidays. And so he decided to invite all of us to his grandma's house in the middle of fucking nowhere to go enjoy. And I remember we snuck Coors Lights.
Yeah, one of the all-time
Right.
best.
I got
Ooh.
us Coors Lights. We started driving, and I remember being in the back of the car with John, like texting on my phone.
Fucking
And then Ryan, who was driving, was just like, "Hey, pass me one of those beers." I'm like,
He
"What?"
had a sip. He had a sip.
It's John happily obliged. So Ryan's driving down 35, like one hand on the wheel, one hand on the Coors. And
It's fucking
I'm
raining.
like, what are you doing? And you're like, what do you mean? It's not like what I'm doing is a crime.
What a dog.
And that was the start to the night. It got so much worse.
Yeah. Oh,
Like whose mom buys hookah for a bunch of 20-year-olds?
Oh,
they're fucking Dominican, man. They go crazy with the parties and shit.
yeah.
I don't know if that's a justifiable explanation for that.
I thought I was gonna fucking die the next day. Like my fucking stomach just felt like there was lava in it because of that fucking hookah.
We basically almost did. Like, oh my god. I don't know. The only thing I remember, after we took the tequila shots was this big like quart of like jungle juice, and I just remember like I didn't even have a cup. I was just drinking straight from the quart.
Mm-hmm. That's a
And then we
dangerous
went to
move.
Denny's, which was trad. I don't even remember
Oh,
how.
He goes Ryan.
Oh, it was Tamara and Ryan.
yeah. We had two drivers.
Do you remember when I fucking knocked my drink just clean off the table? Like I don't know
I,
how
I
my
absolutely do
I don't remember how
remember.
my elbow got so far up the table. And then it
Uh,
just goes flying, and the waitress comes at the cut. She's like, I just mopped the floor. And I was like, fuck. I felt so
You look
bad.
like you were gonna kill yourself.
I felt
You
like it. I felt like it. It was bad.
I
I was in pain.
I would have.
can tell you.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. And that's just the start of it. We need to just do this all on story time because like we got 40 minutes worth of content for story time.
Basically, if not way more.
But honestly, you know what would have made that party among other parties a lot better?
Do tell.
Firearms.
What? We need alcohol. We need booze
That's
and
a
guns
great combo.
at the
That's
function.
a fun combo.
Was that your segue?
That was my segue into the next topic. That was pretty good,
Okay.
right?
You know that
Okay. So
one picture of like it's like three stores and it's a liquor store and then a gun store and then a Chuck E. Cheese and it's
The
like
Holy
you
Trinity.
just stop by each one as you go.
That's what you
okay,
need.
I think the best way to start this out is Ryan. Would you care to tell about the conversation we had earlier?
That could mean anything.
The one related.
Why don't you just tell us what the conversation is and then we can go from there?
Why are you getting so fucking mad?
Aww.
Well, because you instigated the
Because I don't know what you're
conversation.
Guys,
talking
this
about.
isn't
I don't
you.
know what you're talking about.
Okay, it's the conversation where it went, I want to buy a gun.
Yeah, of course I do.
You're 21 now.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can buy the big ones when you're 18,
Yeah.
but the little ones not until you're 21. So I don't know how the math works out on that. But what I do know is now I can purchase a handgun, and I would like to. I intend to.
What kind of firearm would
Okay,
you like, Ryan?
The ideal is like a 1911. They're very nice. They're very well made.
like the World
They're
War II 11.
reliable. I think that's when they use it, yeah.
Yeah, that's usually the marketing.
And
It's
you can
just
still use it today. They're very reliable, you know? They get the job done.
if you want a more budget-friendly option and the same result, you
Yeah, they're
get like a
very expensive. They're
little
very
BB
expensive
gun,
and a little what?
little BB gun.
No, it works. It's not a BB gun. It actually
Your
and
your stupid little gun. What are you
it is
thinking?
expensive. It's expensive,
Ryan,
I'll admit
so
that, but
you'll
it
be
works.
about $2,000 to $3,000 for this
That's
firearm. But
new.
the
That's new. You
I
can
want
buy
to
them
know.
used for like 600, which it's still
Yeah, for a
expensive
used gun,
for
that's
something of that caliber. So maybe
But
I
why do
wouldn't
you
go for
want
that
one?
one. Why would I want
Why do
one?
you want one?
Okay,
Why
because
do
they're
you want a 1911?
fucking because they're good, man. They're
What
they're
do you think they're good?
they're reliable. They're
Any
they're
gun's
they're
fucking
well put
reliable.
together. I've heard the trigger is the best out of anything, like completely unmatched.
But okay, but like, are you going to Normandy? Like, why do you want the gun?
Well, I want it for like home defense. And
Home defense.
I don't need like a Desert Eagle. I don't need something that's gonna
Yeah, you're
gonna
gonna go deaf if you shoot
blast
that.
a hole straight through my wall if I miss, you know? Well, because I'm gonna end up
I mean,
like that one
anytime
Bill
you're gonna
Burr
do that,
bit where he can't hear, he can't
Yes!
see, and he's just shooting into
I
the
was thinking about
darkness.
that. I was thinking about
Yeah.
that.
okay, so I feel like we need to break this down more just to understand how stupid this sounds. You know, Ryan, I'm not
What?
calling you an idiot.
Buying a gun for home
However,
defense is stupid?
We're clip farming, Ryan. It's okay.
okay, okay, well, let's first establish, you know, where you live. What's your current residence, Ryan?
Texas,
Yeah, you need a
where
bigger gun.
everybody has a
Okay,
You need a
gun.
bigger gun. Like a
okay, but you
44 or a
live
50 cal.
You don't
in.
need a bigger gun, you just need to shoot first and hit first.
I mean, I guess, but don't you think there's more reliable guns for that?
So it's all about being reliable. So then we're back to the 1911.
Us, what research have you actually done into the 1911 to determine
Not a
this is the
lot.
best?
I'm not a
Is your research just zombies? Is it just
no,
putting
because
us?
if that was the case, there's no chance I'm ever picking up a
Get a ray
1911.
gun.
Yo, that's smart. That's smart. No, but I recognize that I don't know a lot about this. I'm not in the market, but I want to get in this market. I want to know. I want to learn more uh about all this stuff. You know
Just
what I
be an
mean? You know what
educated
I'm trying to say?
consumer.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly it.
Okay, we're gonna
Boo.
take a break from hearing Ryan's perspective. I want to hear Jacob's perspective on everything Ryan just said. Because from
Let's
my
hear it.
understanding, you would also want to purchase a firearm for yourself,
I
correct?
mean, who
Yeah.
wouldn't?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. It's just pimp.
Okay,
Yeah.
but what?
Okay.
But
Oh, if
what?
you get it gold plated.
But what's your? Why do you want one, Jacob?
Just fucking shoot it. That's just gonna be awesome. Shooting the fucking
Yeah.
walls and everything. Like just just to have it. It's fucking it's a rite of passage. Like come on.
A rite
What
of
a what a
passage.
Neanderthal answer that was.
Now,
But like he just
what I've heard though is that gun owners are more likely to shoot themselves
no
than
shit, because if
someone
you have a
else.
gun in the house and somebody doesn't have a gun in the house, then the odds exponentially go up.
What do you mean?
If somebody
For the
okay, look, um, if I had a all right, you stay with me.
No, like I'm saying, they're more likely to shoot themselves than shoot someone else.
I mean, who else is gonna be in the fucking house most of the time? And if there's a gun present, then it's probably
Yeah,
a lot more
so it's
likely.
like, is it actually like a good thing to have if you're just gonna shoot yourself with it at some point?
Yeah,
Well, I feel
cost
like you need to
benefit.
take a lot of factors into account. You know, first thing, again, like, is your residence, like the area you live in, do you think you need a firearm?
With the people I live with, absolutely.
And then the other question is, do you think you're even capable of using it?
Oh, he's
Well,
questioning
I have
your
to take it to the
masculinity.
range. I got to get used to it. I got to get comfortable with it, you know? Take it to the range.
Okay, but in a real life
And
situation,
really in the truth of it, I don't necessarily I might not have to use it. Just like picking it up and holding it out might be enough to deter a potential threat, even if I don't
I
pull
don't.
the trigger.
You
Like
know what was funny?
if I'm a home invader and I pull up and this guy pulls a Glock on me, I'm not taking another step. I'm walking back out the door. He doesn't even have to shoot me for
Okay.
that.
Okay, but I feel like, but one of the things that, when you say like, "Oh, I have this gun for home defense," you kind of have to be ready to like use the gun.
Well, you can't use the gun if you don't have it. So that's the first step, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, but
It was
like,
funny. Me and
no,
what 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 Jacob?
go on, Andre, go on. I lost it.
No, I was gonna say me and my girlfriend literally just had a debate on this because for context, her mother was a police officer, right? So she's grown up around firearms. And she's from California. She was saying how when she would have debates with her friends about, if they had a gun, like if they would be able to actually shoot someone, and all of them kind of gave this sissy answer, kind of like Ryan's giving right now,
Oh,
about
Wow.
oh, ad
scare them,
hominem.
use the gun in the leg, and then they would go to her and they'd be like, "Where would you shoot the person?" And she's like, the head." I was
See,
like,
I feel like that's such a terrible idea. Like I don't know if I could live with myself if I shot somebody in the head. Like
But
I
what
don't
if
know
it
how I
was
would just
them
go
or
on
you?
and carry on with my life. Well, it's not, but it's not ever gonna be them or me because it's about neutralizing a threat, not killing them outright necessarily. Not necessarily. And maybe at some point, maybe yeah, but I feel like most of the time they probably aren't even gonna have a weapon like that. I just have to stop them from getting to me. If I
"But are
kill a
you gonna
person,
take that?"
how am I gonna go on? That's gonna be the worst experience, the worst day of my life. How can I just
Well,
carry on like nothing happened after I take
luckily
a
for you,
person's life?
Ryan.
Okay,
Well, luckily for
so
you, Ryan, a gun does hold more than one bullet.
Yeah. What about that?
Ryan, I don't know.
What does that have anything to do with what I just said?
Ryan, I don't know if that's gonna be like the worst thing to ever happen in your life. I mean, I can't speak from experience, but I just feel like the worst thing would be like period cramps. Like I just hate period
Oh
cramps
my
so
God.
much. I feel so bad for women. Like, oh,
Dude, I wish I could take the period cramps of every woman in the world if they didn't
honestly,
have to. If they didn't have to undergo that.
I know, but I'll never get that chance because I'm just so ugly. Like,
Oh.
I'd be such a bad boyfriend.
All right, welcome back, guys, to the I forget what this is called now. Is it podcast? Is it Crowpog? Is it the Subjectively Funny podcast? I have no idea. We're still gonna figure that out. But first, we want to thank the sponsors, like the girl who I took on a first date and paid $115 for the date when I had $130 in my wallet, just for her to be fun the whole time.
How
Damn,
do you
that
end
one
up in
was
that
deep.
situation?
That is a crazy situation, right?
150.
Yeah, because I had to Uber her.
Oh no.
Damn,
All right.
now,
Anyways,
now I don't even
It
want to
was the
say
Uber
it.
to the fucking North Pole.
basically,
What? How do you go on $115 first date?
it was. Oh my! It was.
Yeah, fuck,
Oh.
fuck the rest of them.
In
What?
retrospect, I should not have gone back.
There
I should
was
not
more
have gone
we
to
were gonna
the date.
say after that, but I'm stuck on
You know what?
Just
I don't
wrap
even
up.
think. I don't even think
how
more
did
needs to be
you
said.
go?
And, I'm not gonna name drop anything, but thank you, Nadia, and thank you, the Vine House, for serving me the most burnt fucking
$115.
grilled cheese for $35. I don't know how a grilled cheese is worth
$35 for
$35.
grilled
Holy
cheese?
shit! No way. Andre, you fucking? Are you joking?
$35. No, but
Oh
it
my
came with
God.
tomato soup too.
Okay, so oh wow, it's worth $35.
So that makes it worth it. Okay, I get it now. I understand.
It's just like eight
It
ninety nine.
was it 35 for both of y'all?
basically, and she got like a salad thing,
Oh
and then I
hell
got
no.
my food. And then I asked her if she wanted to go get ice cream, in which she promptly reminded me she was lactose intolerant.
Streets.
Uh,
Just for the streets.
and then, then yeah, I think Ubering in total, because I had to Uber to South Austin, Uber to the Domain, and then Uber back. So that cost me like $40 or something, $45. It's kind of poor. I couldn't even tip the Uber because if I did, my like wallet would have crashed.
Hunter, you've never been
And
one
then
to
of
have a
course,
problem with not tipping.
I,
Yeah. Oh, it was only because I didn't have much in my bank account. That was the only reason.
exactly, guys. It's just the constant struggle of it.
You're fucking Mr.
Uh,
Pink.
you know what? That was our youth. Okay, I was like 19 at the time, and we're 21 now. And so we don't make these same
Yeah, we
mistakes
changed. We're not like
all
other
all the time.
guys.
What?
Shit my pants. I had to change.
Well said, Brian.
Appreciate you.
No, but I mean, is it crazy to think that we're 21 now? Like, I mean, like we said in the introduction, we were 16 when we started this, and just so many things have changed. And I remember, like, life was just so much easier back then. Like, do you remember how easy it was to actually just record a podcast?
Oh my god, wait, Hondro. I told Ryan this, but the first episode we did with Dylan and everybody,
Huh?
I joined on my Chromebook and I didn't have a mic, so I went into our closet and I got like one of those mics from Rock Band or Guitar Hero and I just
I
plugged it in.
remember you told me
The setup was
It
crazy.
sounded good.
I know. I was actually really surprised. But
it
yeah,
did
humble
sound good.
beginnings.
I mean, it
Well,
was
you
just
said
so much.
it was easy to record, but I mean it was kind of shit.
It was ass. That's
It
what
was
made it
actually
funny.
It was really bad.
oh, that's why it was so funny. It was like seven of us just
No, but
talking
I think
and bullshit.
we could still pull off the seven arrangement, or the however many
Fine.
people it was. I think with the knowledge that we have today, we could make it work.
I think we'd have to do it in person.
I think
Yeah.
so. I think there's no other way to do it.
Yeah, but I mean, it was so much different back then. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, as we've like, grown up and transitioned since high school, I really just don't talk to people anymore. And I've been completely okay with that because we used to have a really large friend group. You could see like all the photos from all the birthdays and the old group chats, which had like 7 or like 9 people. And now I really just talk to y'all.
Yeah.
And I'm content with that.
I'm not content. I'm just
I didn't
stoked.
really care that much about some of
No,
them. Some of them.
fuck
Some of
Oh,
off.
never
them.
mind.
I'm not gonna shout out in case you're watching.
Everybody's
I don't
gonna be
know. I do
watching
miss
this one.
Dylan every day though.
I remember Dylan. I was looking for it right now. He sent me a DM. He's like, "If you want some more couch variety at any time, let me know." But that was like a year
Couch
ago.
variety?
I think he just
Like, is
means
that
on the
way of him
podcast.
saying like I'll give you my couch?
I wish. I think it just means he'll give us his time on the podcast.
And I
Why
think we
would he
should
say
definitely take him up
couch
on
variety?
Cause they just always do it on like a couch or some shit.
I get. Oh, like talk to it.
Yeah.
that.
Well, see,
No.
when I think of a podcast, I think of more like Joe Rogan or whatever.
Like with a desk.
Yeah, they've got
I don't
like a
there's
table. They
so
got a
many
table and some
podcasts out.
chairs with a mic in the middle.
But then like you sent the one
I
with
don't
the
know.
Fortnite, and then they were just on the
Yeah, yeah,
couch
there is
chilling.
that too. There's that too. The one where they're like, is Fortnite actually overrated? But I think that's like a lower budget sort of operation.
Well, we're not exactly rolling in dough. I
Because
mean, Hondra had the fucking
I
hundred
think this
thirty
is probably
dollar
the
date.
lowest budget that it can go. But going back to age, I mean, 21 years old. Do y'all feel old ever?
Yes.
I feel like people are always reminding me that I'm 21, and I don't like it.
It kind
Like,
of
I'm not
hit
even that
like
old.
my age is like as they say, it's getting a little too serious. Like I was just thinking about it in a car a few days ago. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm like I'm like 21. Like that's it. It's just like you're 21. I mean, it's like you're 16 and you can drive, and then you're like 18 and you can vote, and you're 21 and you can drink, and then that's it. And now this is just the rest of it. You know,
Then we get
this
to
is the
like
fucking rest of it.
60, 60 something, and then we retire.
Like 35, you can run for president. That's it.
Yeah, that's not as big of a
Well,
milestone.
Yeah,
you can
because
retire at
that's
any
what
age
we're
you
all
want.
doing when we turn 35. But
Was that
no, but I
25?
mean, it is also 35.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
But I don't know. It is kind of fun to think about like all the stuff we can do now. Like if we really reflect back then. Like let's take our birthdays for example. Like those were so much fun. Like I think Ryan's birthday was probably like one of the funnest nights I've had in a really long time. So
We kind of went all out for that one.
we did. Okay, so for a little bit of context, so me and Ryan live in Austin. I mean, we're all from here, but we don't all live here at the same time because we go to different schools. But Ryan came home for his 21st birthday, and I was like, okay, we got to celebrate him, and
Now you
we
gotta
all used
understand. You
to.
gotta understand from my perspective as well, because I had gone out for my actual birthday, because this was a couple days after, and I went out with somebody from up here where I'm going to school, and I had like a bunch of birthday shots at a bunch of bars or whatever, and it was,
That's highly
it was
disputed,
okay.
but yeah.
They were like, they were so. There was barely any alcohol in them, is how I should say it.
Hmm.
I feel like I had like a total of one shot that night. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot. They tasted fine, but like I didn't. There wasn't a whole lot going on. One of the bars I went to was like an 18 plus night, so it was a bunch of sober 18-year-olds who didn't seem like they even wanted to be there. So
Ugh.
that kind of uh, uh, shit on the mood at that place. Um. Anyways, then I come back. I come back home, and I'll let you continue the story from there.
So of course I'm like Ryan, we have to go out. I'm like, let's go downtown, let's go to Sixth Street.
Uh-oh.
Let's go to some jazz bars, which me and Ryan, big enjoyers of jazz. Shout out to the Cuphead soundtrack. You know,
Easy as get
Yeah.
cheese.
I wish John Coltrane lived long enough to hear what's it called? The one with the trash place.
Junkyard
With the
Jive?
junkyard jive, the
Oh,
trash
I
place.
mean, yeah, he's kind of is.
I guess so.
Yeah, that's a weird way to put it.
so
No, and I'm expecting
and
this to be like, another night, just another night. It's gonna be okay, just like how my actual birthday was.
yeah, but what Ryan didn't know is that I'm a terrible friend, and I think it's really funny when bad things happen to Ryan. So,
I've been doing that since
so
I was
we go
16.
down, we eat dinner at what was it called? PF Chang's or something.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's the
It
place.
was never had it. It was really good. So fucking expensive. This was probably one of the most
It
expensive
was,
nights I've
yeah.
had in like a really long
Oh
time.
my God, it was rough.
And it was so counterintuitive because I had just told myself, I was like, okay, this year I'm saving money. We're not gonna be using the credit cards, like we're gonna be paying off debts. Like guys, 2025 is my year.
Eh.
Dinner we start off 40 nights, $40 for dinner, okay?
Yee.
Like for food I didn't even finish.
Damn.
Right. And then we start walking around to go to the jazz bars. We tried to visit the Elephant Room, which is kind of like the most iconic jazz bar in Austin, and of course they were packed. We tried to go out on a Saturday night, get in, didn't work. So we went to this one called Parker's Jazz Club, and
Woo.
that was such a it was kind of like La La Land, like Sev's.
Yeah, like the end of La
You
La
know,
Land.
without the heartbreak, like the aesthetic of it, the ambiance, and those drinks were insanely
Those
strong.
ones were strong.
Did y'all drive there?
But I mean, huh?
Yeah,
You drove? Oh, shit.
Like, yeah, so
I,
that was
I
one of
didn't
the things
drive
we
back.
As much as I thought it would be funny if we didn't do that.
Oh.
It would have been funny. We probably should have. That would have been fun.
I think your mother would have killed you.
Well, she
Oh.
wouldn't get the opportunity because I'd be drunk out of my mind and driving.
You'd be flipped upside down.
Yeah,
Still turning the wheel.
No, but Parker
I'd
Jazz
kill me
Club.
before she got the chance. Parker Jazz Club. It was so good. I loved it. Oh my God.
The ambiance
They-
was great. The performance was excellent. The guy who performed, who's also the owner, right? They called him like the Woodwind
Just
Samurai
like
or
in
something.
Sebs.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, he played like 7 different instruments. Like it was so cool.
Dude. And the one guy there, he looked like Toby Maguire.
He, the drummer.
Yeah. That's who it was.
But no, so what? So
Our
but
server told
basically,
us
so
as we
after
were
enjoying
paying,
me
she
and
said,
Ryan,
please don't drive.
yeah, so me and Ryan, we are drinking and drinking and drinking. Ryan is such a fucking lightweight. It is so funny.
Yeah.
There are times in the past he's had
Featherweight.
featherweight. Like he's had one twisted tea. He has no idea where he is. I'll never forget took,
Basically.
when you took 4 shots of vodka, and 2 hours later we forgot where you were, and you were asleep on the floor of Jacob's bathroom.
Oh,
Oh, I remember
yeah.
that.
Yo, that was crazy.
With
So
vomit all in the toilet too.
So you cannot hold your liquor for shit.
Oh, hell no.
Given this knowledge, I encourage you to have so many drinks. I think
I
there
drank so much.
Good man, good man.
you had 2 margaritas, like 3 like of those like cider
Oh
things. So
no.
basically, you know, first place
The cider was so
squashed.
good though.
It was, and I remember Ryan, the other thing about Ryan is when he gets drunk, he's immediately seeking out the huzz. Like that is his first
Absolutely.
intention.
Well, that's always what I'm doing. It's just the booze lets me pursue that need, you know? But I'm
And
always on the lookout.
Yeah.
you were swaying, like, and not there wasn't music anymore, so I don't know why you were swaying, but you were swaying. And I remember the waitress comes up to take the check, and you asked her. I don't know what you asked her,
Uh-oh.
but
Well,
she just
I was trying to
was
look at my
so
check to see
uncomfortable.
like how much I paid, but I couldn't read the screen because it was like an
I
electronic
remember,
one.
and
I
then,
couldn't read what it was saying, and so as I'm handing it back, she's like, "Please don't drive." Did I say
Happens to the
something? I
best
don't
of
even
us.
remember saying anything.
like, please don't drive because you were gone. And you know
Oh,
how
I
I think
was
she knew you were
already.
gone? You tipped.
Why is
She
that?
knew you were gone when you
Oh,
tipped 25%.
Oh, we've all
oh.
been there. Come on.
I think at that place alone, I think you rung up like $60 even because of the tip,
And
and it
Hondro,
was, yeah.
you know what almost fucked him? Because he was supposed to use that money to fly out for my birthday.
Oh.
No, you know what saved you then is that we went to the elephant room after we left Parker's, right, to go get more
Mm-hmm.
drinks, and they put our entire tab on my credit card.
Oh shit. Oh, do you want me to pay you
So
back for that? Because I
yeah, we
can
can talk
do
about it
that,
later.
like,
We
all
can talk
right.
about it later.
Because I forgot that.
So I have
I
like a
think I
ninety
think I
dollar
probably blacked
I have
out
like a
off a part
ninety
of that.
dollar like elephant room charge on my credit card.
Oh my god.
Damn.
And oh my god, you were so gone. But I think the funniest part, like after all of that, was when your parents picked us up.
Well,
You
also,
were
I was already wasted. I was hammered. I was gone. I couldn't take any more. And you came back to the table with two shots, two tequila shots, one for me and one for you. And you said drink this, and you're like, you're gonna drink this. And I'm like, I
Like,
can't,
what other
I
choice do
can't
I have?
do it. But I
I
did
had a
it.
valid
I
reason.
had to. There wasn't another option, you know?
It had to be one. So Ryan is this really attractive girl sat behind us,
Oh
and
yeah.
I peer pressured Ryan into asking her out.
That's a bad
She
move.
did.
I
and
did.
he asked her out, and you got her number, right?
Yeah, so
Holy shit!
I was talking to her, and
Was she also really
I
drunk?
was drunk. I knew I was very drunk. No, she had just got there. I knew I
Oh,
was really
do you
drunk, but I'm like,
remember the
oh, can I?
line you said, the script we came up with to ask her out?
We came up with the
Oh
script.
yeah, well, it was like, oh, I don't remember what I said, but it was something pretty smooth. It was something fairly smooth. Like I'm not even saying that because I was drunk, like and like I thought it was. It was. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't the greatest,
What was the line?
but it was okay. It was. I don't remember. It was
Oh,
something about like let me get you a
Ryan,
drink and then we'll get to know each other. Some bullshit like that. That's the less important part. But
no, I think you said, I think you were like, you went up to her, fucking, you were like all suave and stuff, and you were like, so, like, I'm drunk right now.
that
oh
is
yeah,
such
I
a
I'm drunk, but
Ryan
I'm not
line.
blind. I'm
I'm not
drunk, but
No.
I'm
blind.
not blind. And I saw you when you walked in. And I thought maybe I'd get you a drink and then we like get to know each other and she was like, "Well, I'm here with my friends, but I'll give you my number. And then I can like call you later." And I'm like, "Oh shit, okay, that's good enough.
Did you
That
say, "Oh
works."
shit"? Okay.
I don't think
Like
so,
Oh,
but I
yes.
don't know. I don't know. But I what I remember is that I was looking at her phone because she gave me her phone to put
Mhm.
my phone number in.
Uh-oh.
And I'm looking at this screen. I don't know what I'm looking at. It's clearly like the numbers are at the bottom. Like I'm supposed to
Mhm.
type it in.
Mhm.
Somehow, by some miracle, I typed in the correct phone number.
You have to lock in. That's how it is.
I don't know how I did it. I couldn't see the numbers I was typing. I think it was just muscle memory
Mhm.
from putting it in a bunch of times.
awesome.
And then I hand it back to her and Alejandro and I we walk away and I look at my phone and I got a missed call because I was talking to him a bit and then I look at my phone there was a missed call like she called me and I'm like well shit
Did she do the thing where she calls to save the number, or is it?
well I think that's the idea but then I called her back
Yeah.
to be like oh shit I actually got your call and I got nothing and then I think I messaged her the next day when I was sober and she
Nothing.
just
Radio
vanished
silence.
there was
Damn.
nothing
Streets.
that's what I'm saying like
No,
I don't
in her in her
now mind you
defense, I
yeah
don't know. In her defense, I remember the exact moment you fumbled it.
what
Uh-oh.
was that? Oh no, I know what you're gonna say, and I don't think that did it.
I don't know what he's
I
gonna
think
say.
that's what did it. So,
I
so
was
it was.
looking at my phone and I was reading something. I was reading some meme I saw about like something. I'm only a man when such and such, and I'm only a woman when God forbid women do anything.
Okay.
Ryan basically said very loudly in the bar about that. God forbid women do anything,
Oh.
besides be in the kitchen, and the look on her face.
No, I didn't say any of that.
Oh, I doubt
I
that. I
didn't even say
really
that.
doubt that,
No,
Ryan.
The look
I
on her
said the
face. The look on her face. And I apologized for you, and you didn't even realize that I apologized for you.
no because I was
Alejandro,
hammered.
that is the
I did not say
perfect
that. I did not
transition
say
into what
that.
how Ryan acted in my party.
I ran out to
What?
your party.
What?
Okay, so
I ran out to your party.
what'd you say,
What?
Alejandro?
How did Ryan act in your party?
Well, when we were prepping everything the morning of, I was just like, I was saying stupid shit and like other memes that I found on my phone. And one of them was this meme. It's like me too drunk to realize she's flirting with me, but also drunk enough for me to start doing my Jay-Z impression.
Yeah, it's the rock in the building.
Yeah, and he about did that 100 times when he had like maybe 6 drinks. So he was already like gone at this point. And then he did a Joe
Okay.
Biden one. He did a Donald Trump one. He did a Kamala one. They all
Oh,
sounded the same. They were all the same thing. And then he did that for about like 45 minutes. And I had to go around and apologize to everybody. I'm like, I'm sorry, you haven't known him as long as I have. This is just how he acts. He does this sober. It's fine.
Oh no.
They were fucking horrified.
I need to stop drinking. I need to go
No,
sober.
that was fun. That was fucking awesome.
Oh my
No, you know
god.
what's interesting? You know, I'm really glad you said that because I've been having the opposite debate. Which I don't know if that's a good thing.
You've been having the opposite
You
debate?
start drinking?
Yeah, I should be contemplating if I should.
Oh,
Hmm.
You're not laughing, so I'm gonna tell you that that's not very funny. But
Huh?
let me
Oh, sorry.
explain. Let me.
I was taking a swig of my water.
And you didn't choke on the water, so obviously that means I'm not very funny.
My
But
fault.
anyways,
My throat goat.
no, 'cause obviously like I stopped, and honestly like it's been really hard to get back into it since I went into like the abrupt stop of it.
Hmm.
And
It's not that
sometimes I'm
hard.
like, and sometimes I'm like, am I too boring? Like I'm only 21. Like should I be like living life? I mean, there are times where like we've traveled or we get together and like the whole point of the trip is like, okay guys, we're gonna get sloshed. And then I fall asleep promptly
When
at
I'm Hunter
9
Ryan, I'm a
p.m.
pussy.
I fall asleep at 9 p.m. I wake up at 1 and I look and you guys are watching the Diddy sex offs and
I
Hey.
think I called them sex video-offs.
Yeah. Get your facts right. And that shit was so funny. It was so funny.
what was your favorite part?
Uh, I'd rather
I
not get into
know.
it. It's what?
What?
It's it's when they were playing the footage of when Diddy was beating the brakes off of his girlfriend, and I was so fucking high, and I just started dying, and then I started doing like jinxie commentary over it, like so we not droning, as he was just
I remember
lying
that. I
there
remember
like
that.
some fucking Family Guy shit. And it was
It's
not.
so
It.
natural.
I was not. I was not sober. I was not acting as a reasonable person would.
Clearly.
But it was funny.
Yeah,
It's
that's for
subjectively
damn
funny.
sure. It really is.
Roll credits.
So no, but I mean that's where we are. I mean like but I don't know about y'all, but like besides like our 21st birthdays, have y'all actually like gone out and done like fun stuff? I mean, it
I
feels like the rest of the time we're just like locked in like all the time.
uh
I've been locked in on Crush Crush.
nice transition. There you go. Yeah, what is that, Ryan? What's that game? Is that a game? I don't know what that
Before we
is.
go
It
into
is a game. It is
locked
a
in on
game.
Crush, Ryan, we need to have a serious conversation. Look, I know you're locked in on Crush, but like you're a full-time college student. You need to pass this semester. Like I'm genuinely worried for your well-being. I can't be there all the time.
No,
I need
because look, there's all of
I
his
think
characters.
is taking you away
You have to
from
level
what's
up.
priority.
You have to level them up. No, because I've leveled them all up. I've got them all to max, except for the ones I don't have yet. But that's
Okay. Before you go deeper
that's its
into
own
this,
issue. Look, you got to
what
look at Peanut, and then you got to
what is
understand,
Crush?
like she's way better than a character like Shelly.
I mean, yeah, she's like
So
bottom of the
Crush
barrel,
Crush is
so
this game. Is this game where it's like a dating simulator if it was an idle game.
can I put like some of the gameplay footage of me doing this over this video?
Probably.
That would be kind of tough.
Oh, is this dating simulator to simulate the fact that you can't pull in real life?
It's not
Or
about the dating part. It's about the
It's not
grind.
about the characters, and that's why we're about to talk about all the characters and discuss them. But it's about leveling them up and maxing them out and making more money and doing it faster every time.
Like, come on,
oh,
Andre.
you're
There's a lot of shit that
capitalizing
we can relate to in
so
there.
you're capitalizing on the women?
It's not on them, it's for them.
Yeah, you have to
But
make the money to pay them
they're the
with
mechanism
gifts
which you progress in, and it's all about
and
the grind.
hobbies.
So you're a Mormon.
What?
Well, I don't think all polygamy is Mormon.
Oh.
How did you find this? You guys have been into like some pretty like random
Well,
off
I
the
found
wall
it many years ago when I was playing games on Congregate, and I opened this one up, and
That shit was on Congregate?
oh yeah,
I just played Adventure Capitalist. That was my gateway drug.
also was on Congregate.
Hmm.
No, but I've been looking at these characters lately, and it's like I don't care about any of them except maybe Nova. Very much appreciate Nova. And ladies in the chat, if you look like
There's
Nova
nobody.
from Crush
There are
Crush,
no women in the chat.
if you look like her or you know someone who looks like her, reach out to me. You know, I'd be interested in having a lookalike contest.
Absolute dog shit take.
I think you would be interested in human connection. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, with human connection with a girl that looks like Nova from Crush Crush.
I mean, no, there's no. I
But then
can't.
there's
I don't. I
characters
don't.
like Nightingale, who Jacob and I have different opinions on Nightingale.
It's an animal.
No, 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 I get that. I get that.
What?
Look, she
What?
looks like a person, but with bird wings. She looks like a person.
But the
And so
person is
and
Irish
I haven't
too.
been well, yeah, yeah. Okay. So you
Swing
gotta
and a
understand this.
miss.
You gotta understand. When I'm playing through this game, I'm not looking at the chat because there's always a text box of what the character is saying. I don't look at that. I just need to know what I need to get for this character and then move on with it.
Yeah.
With this one, I'm thinking, wow, this is a uh, uh, this drawing is attractive. You know, this is what I'm thinking about when I'm running through, and I'm like, okay, she's okay. You
I
know, she's
really
fine.
think
And
I need to put
then
a picture into this so we get some context.
eventually, eventually, I looked at what she was saying. Now, what she's saying right here on my screen right now, she lifts her wings and okay, no, actually, let's not say that. Let's not quote
Uh,
that one out. But anyways, um, shit. She doesn't say anything ever. She never says any lines
mhm.
ever. It's all actions and such. And I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that. Look, there was another character
Oh
earlier who
no!
was also an animal,
What?
but she says things. Like she is an animal, but she says real words, and that's what they could have done with Nightingale, but they didn't. Like she doesn't have the intelligence of a human, and I just can't get behind having relations with a character who looks like that.
What?
Luckily, you don't have
No,
to
not who
since
looks
they're
like that. Who
Ryan.
cute
acts
and
like that? Who
fairy
acts
tale.
like that? I can't get behind that.
I'm glad you don't want to fuck animals, Ryan. I think that's really progressive.
It's thanks.
I'm proud of you. You made a lot of growth right now, like in these past 57 minutes, and I'm really proud of you.
Did you think before we started recording I wanted to
Yes,
what?
So,
absolutely, without a doubt. Speaking of which,
we went from subjectively funny to subjectively attractive to objectively being into furries on
no,
Ryan's
we
No,
moved past that.
no,
We moved
no,
past
no. I'm not
that.
into having sex with animals. I'm not into that.
Why do you spell it out?
Because you're making it sound like I do, and I don't.
You're having debates on if you would be
No,
interested.
look, these are only two of many characters in this game. and it they get stranger as they go, so eventually you're gonna have some really weird ones. Like you start off with Cassie, who's like a very normal individual. She's a very what's the trope? Tsundere
run of the
trope.
mill. Yeah.
You know, she's a very typical character. You continue on with Mio, the gamer girl. Quill is like a cat girl, but she's just like a girl who acts like a cat. She's not actually,
Yeah.
Elle is a philosopher. Let's skip that one.
No,
Hero
who's the next one? Who's the next
is
one?
the so the next one, that one is so there's Hero who's like she's on a motorcycle. So you gotta level up your badass stat to hang with her, you know. Bonnie Bell is the baker. And you get
Then from there
Ayeka,
it's all
who's based
downhill.
on who's based on that shitty game.
Yandere simulator.
Yeah, that's the one. Fumi, she's from the future. She's a cool one. I'm not really like interested in having a genuine chat with her, but like I can understand it. It's fine. Then you have the literal actual bear who you turn into a human in order to copulate with. I don't like that.
Okay,
I don't
I was about to
I don't
ask what
like it
your
very
thoughts
much.
on that were, but
Um, I think that her final form looks attractive. I don't want to have sex with a bear. I really don't. I think that a lot of people can get behind me on that one. I don't know if it's a very controversial take. Nina, I just don't like. Alpha is fine, whatever. She's Hatsune Miku, and then the rest of them are just shitty.
So
They're
I
just
don't even know how to
bad.
this
There's one that's a
sit.
fucking rice cooker.
What?
yeah, there is.
Yeah, yeah, she's a rice cooker.
He's a fucking robot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I don't even. I don't know, man. I don't know what they were thinking
I
with
mean,
this game.
there are probably a couple that are rice cookers. Okay, all right. I think this topic is.
I think that's enough on that one.
Yeah, I
All right,
think we're
guys. I
done
think
with
it's time
this.
for the topic.
I think that's enough on that one.
Yeah,
We're gonna end this. This pretty much whole thing has been story time. So let me see.
we could do one last hurrah for story time. Make it the official story
Yeah, you know
time.
what, Jacob? I think you've lacked significant amount of stories. So, Jacob, why don't you tell us one story
Do you have a
to
preference?
really? Uh, I do not have a preference.
Well, that fucking narrows it down.
Right.
Well,
I'll
I
do
guess
a
Jacob,
couple.
had any interesting dreams lately?
Yeah, I have. You want to read it to you? Let
Sure.
me. I saved it in a snap. So let me pull it up. Okay. Holy shit. Okay. So this happened the night of September 2nd, 2024,
Not what I would
and
call recent. Can you?
that's kind of recent.
Okay.
I just wrote it down in my dream journal. Anyways, so so for some reason I was talking with one of my economics professors, and he mentioned this guest lecture that's coming up for something outside of our college, and I didn't know who the guest was. Oh. So this is verbatim from the text. So I go, and motherfucking Donald Trump comes out the cut and goes over some brief introductory stuff, and then talks about how he's got openings for specific econ jobs and such. So I went by later to talk to him on one-on-one about it. It's also important to mention that he did foreshadow some event that would push us to leave the planet, which was weird as hell, but I didn't really pick up on it until the second act.
How do you have a
Okay,
dream where somebody foreshadows something but you don't
it was
realize it?
crazy. I realized it when it
How does
happened
that
in the moment.
happen?
I don't know. It was
Because that's
weird.
you coming up with the story.
That was I gotta glaze myself for that. That was good.
Yeah.
That was some crazy foreshadowing. Okay, and just I wrote it on here too. This is gonna be all over the place. I hope you know. All right. I'll just keep reading it verbatim. So after that, I had a staff meeting at work, and I got there kind of late because I had to run across campus to make it, but I did make it. And this is the first time this has happened to me in a dream, but it cuts away from me doing some menial activity in the staff meeting to this random group of four people that are dealing with a couple zombies, and one of them gets bit. Then this other car pulls up, and the people that weren't infected all leave. It cuts back to me, and we get out of our staff meeting, and a bunch of zombies pull up out the cut. Why do I keep saying out the cut? I don't know. For some reason,
What a
as I'm
horrible day. Like you go straight from a staff meeting to zombie apocalypse.
I know, right? Like just like 15 more
You
minutes of the
can't get a
staff meeting. I don't
break.
fucking know. I haven't even clocked out yet, and they're on my ass. For some reason, as I'm running, I see one of my old friends from my econ classes, and we decide that we're in this together, and we book it to the car that is now empty from the other group of four and start heading out of there. Apparently, they didn't take the car when one of them got bit. We don't really have much of a plan, but I'm like, maybe we should go. Who the hell is texting me? Grab some supplies or something if we're gonna be in this for the long run. So, at one point or one part of our city, there's a Walmart and a Home Depot right next to each other that I know of. So we go there and we start with Walmart. So I'm just absolutely robbing the fucking place and grabbing a bunch of stuff that I figure we might need. And I'm not trying to pay for shit, so I just book it out of there and we load everything up. We're back on the road, but we gotta get some gas, and this one relatively normal looking guy talks to me while one of my other friends is getting gas, and he's telling me about this group he's got just around the building, which I do not buy for a second. So I act like I'm just talking to my friend, and I tell him, let's get the fuck out of here instantaneously. We gun it back, and then I got woken up from a text.
Yeah, can't say I haven't been there.
I was pissed. I was heated when I woke up from that text.
Dude, sometimes that's how it is. Sometimes you really just want to be
I'm like,
stuck
put
in
me
there, and then you
back.
wake up. And it's not like you can just go back to sleep and go back where you left
Sometimes you can
off.
do that though. Sometimes you can do it.
Occasionally. I've had it before where it was the same thing but on two different days, like
Yo,
separated by a few days. So it was
you
like
got
I
the
went
fucking
back into the same
episodes.
sort of storyline. Yeah, that was interesting. No, that one was more like the same thing twice but different.
Oh, you ever had one where it's like you're doing what you do or you're gonna do in that day? Like you just for some reason it's all the same.
I've had a prediction before. I've predicted the future, and that was a weird one.
It's kind of
Because like
weird.
I woke up and I checked my phone, and my friend texted me. He said he found his phone because he had lost it the night before. We were at a I don't know, some event. He couldn't find his phone. We ended up giving up and heading back home. He said, "I'm gonna go back and look for it in the morning."
Mm-hmm.
And so I wake up and I get the text like he's like, "Okay, I actually found my phone. We're good." And then I woke up and I check my phone and I look on Snapchat, I look on messages, I look on Instagram, I look everywhere. I see nothing about that. And I tell him about it later. I'm like, "Dude, like, did you text me? Because I didn't get it. You said you found your phone. It was on the street." And he said that was where it was. He said it was on the street. Like he it did eventually find it, but he never texted me.
Yeah.
So that's like the weird kind of thing. And that's not the only time that something like that has happened. So I don't know. Maybe I really have some latent power to see the future.
Prophecy.
I don't know. I don't know.
Andre, you were shitting on
You
this
know what,
topic. This
Brian?
is a
That is a
loaded
great
topic right here.
topic. That will be perfect for the next episode. Well, honestly, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. This has been so much fun to talk to y'all again and
We're back,
record our
baby.
intrusive thoughts and terrible stories. Um, Definitely keep out for the next episode. And if you enjoyed this one, please feel to comment your opinion. Doesn't matter how mean it is, because I think it's funny either way.
Subjectively.
And we'll catch y'all next time. Thank y'all so much.
See y'all back here in 2029. All right.
Looking forward to it.